Call to walk us through various aspects related to workforce management.
Thank you, Shushma, for your introduction. Let's start the presentation. So I would like to thank everyone who have taken their valuable time to join this webinar titled Smooth, Efficient, Paperless Tracking of Time and Leaves. My name is Shakeeb Husain. I'm one of the product specialists for ADP India. So pretty much today what we're going to focus is there on the agenda. We're going to have a study on why is timekeeping important for organizations. We will also look at what are all the data components involved in time and attendance, and how time and attendance is important for employees' payroll. We're also going to look at how is time and attendance connected to cloud applications, and then we will pause a time and we will try to demonstrate our leave management system, and we will also showcase you some of the reports which has been available for our viewers who can take the help to read those reports. And end of the session we will also keep it open for question and answer in case if you have. So I strongly suggest all of our attendees to put forth your questions and queries on top of your window using the chat window. So with that, we will start off our presentation. So I would like to start by having you ask yourself, what is your competitive edge? Is it to have a visibility of your workforce? Do you think you can efficiently manage your team? Do you also encourage your team to have additional tasks before doing your current task? For businesses to truly have a competitive edge, they need a visibility into an efficient management of their workforce. So for example, if you manage a group of people, then you probably thought, my employees seem busy all day long, but I am really not sure what they are specifically working on. So if this is some of the competitive edge what you're focusing, you are the prime listeners for this title. So I just wanted to pose this question to you. Do you really worry about your workflows? Do you want to have a clear visibility of what your team is doing on a day-to-day basis? Do you have your team allocated to do different tasks at different project levels? So that brings to our next question, which is, so when we talk about the true workforce data, what we really want to know is, where can we really lean inside into this workforce data? How does time and attendance come into play? Now, in organizations that use time and attendance, 72% of the employees rate themselves as highly engaged. These companies also experience 11% increase in workforce capacity utilization. Meanwhile, when time and attendance is integrated with payroll processing errors drop by 30% and time tracking errors drop by 32%. So companies who try to use the time and attendance automation, this is the value they have been getting across these years when they go for an automated solution. As you can see, these companies, they put on the statistics that 72% of their employees seems to be highly engaged, which means that they have a proper workflow system wherein each projects have been allocated with the proper resources and the proper schedule for these workflows. They have a proper shift management. So these are all the aspects what really bring forth a true workforce data. In fact, we need to improve overall workflow productivity through better labor management has been considered as one of the top 2 business pressures across all industry last year. So if you're looking to have a better labor management, So these are all some of the elements what we have categorized for you. So a lot of companies today, they face a major problem when it comes to attendance, because they have a paper attendance wherein each employee has to put in his in time and out time, and they go out of the office. And still today we have companies who use paper timesheets. There is a timekeeper available. There's a shift manager who takes keen in knocking on the in time out time of the employee. And a lot of organizations, they come across time theft, which is also another element what has been done across the industry. So we see a lot of companies, a lot of employees are putting their time more on outside of the workspace. They are found mostly away from the production area. So when they have a automated time and attendance system, so few things what we have is they eliminate the time theft, they eliminate paper timesheets. Now they have a central access to data and reports. So since everything has been captured through a biometric or a data card system, they have real access to data and reports. Now when they automate the time and attendance, they have a shift management concept. A lot of companies, they want to work under shift. They have plenty of shifts, and they have rotational shift, they have morning shift, evening shift. So how do you really optimize it? So these are all some of the characteristics what we are trying to list down and showcase to you when it comes to effective labor management. And last is the calculation of the leaves, the encashment of leaves. So a lot of the HR folks outside there, when they don't have a proper leave or a time and attendance system, whenever they have to do a settlement for an employee, the full and final settlement, this becomes a tedious task for them, because they go with all those excels, they calculate all the leaves what the employee has applied, they calculate through the manual excel sheet, and it takes a long time not only to process payroll but also to process final settlement. So if you're looking to increase your labor management in a better way, then probably the solution what you need to have is an automated leave and time and attendance. So how do your traditional time and attendance procedure, such as involving paper timesheets, time card, affect your operation efficiency? It affects your efficiency by 4 aspects. What we're looking at here is the first aspect is the operation aspect, the HR effectiveness, and the employee engagement. And all of these can bring you an overall productivity as lower. So when companies go through the traditional way of having their elements captured in timesheets, time cards, and having a physical entry register, so these are all some of the challenges what they will go through. Now moving next, what we have here for you is we have categorized the industry. Since we have attendees coming from various industries and various backgrounds, we want to give you a unified solution. So what we're talking about here is we have categorized a lot of challenges for the HR and to the administrative team, and what we have analyzed is some of these challenges. Now at this time I just wanted to inform our attendees that ADP does not provide any biometric or data card systems or a swiping card system. So ADP just provides them an automation tool which will enable them to have a smooth, efficient and paperless leave and time for their existing payroll system. Now these are all the challenges what we commonly see in the market. So we have companies who have installed multiple devices across their location, and each location they have various biometric and various data card system, and each of these devices throws different kinds of format of reports. And some of the companies, they have decentralized shift management. They have employees working in various locations, multi-location, and they have different timings of employee coming in and going out. End of the month, even though they have a biometrics, even though they have a data card system or a swiping card or a retina scanner, the report what they get at the end of the month, they have each machine is throwing reports in certain formats. End of the month, what happens really is companies now are no more able to calculate overtime, attendance allowance, shift allowance. Even if these things are calculated accurately, they're not properly maintained. So when issues like these are not seamlessly done, this can really impact your payroll cycle. So with this, what we're trying to give you is a flavor of a project what we have done with one of our existing client. This is a regional manufacturing company in the southern India. So this client, they had 300 employees, they had 4 locations, and altogether they have 12 shifts for 300 employees. And how they maintain the time and leaves is through Excel. So they would have a shift manager and a timekeeper who would keep track of the in time and out time and the lunch time and the break time of the employees, especially of the production area. And these Excel reports were maintained in a lot of formats. So end of the month, what happens is they're not able to calculate the proper overtime. It has to go through a lot of stages and a lot of approvals has to go through various departments. This company had payroll done every month, and the average time it took for them to process 1 month's payroll time, it spanned for 5 days. For this 5 days, they had 1 full data entry operator, and they had 1 employee who was dedicatedly working for payroll alone with all the uninterrupted processes. So you can imagine what kind of trouble this company has been through. First of all, this company has not installed a biometric, and all of the things what they've done is they have multiple shifts, they have proper infrastructure, but what they happened is they had proper resource as well, but they did not have the automation part of making the tool or making their workflows more effective and more innovative. So when they proposed to ADP, and when we actually been through their discussions of their requirement, we analyzed this piece of automating their entire leave, time, shift management as well as the payroll activity. When we actually given them the solution of automation of their time and attendance through any biometrics they would have, the payroll process just took half of the time as before. Now exporting data from their biometric to the payroll system just takes them 5 minutes. And the supervisor, earlier when they used to do a lot of work in calculating the overtime, making those approvals, and checking whether the employee is in today, out today. Now after having this solution given to them, their supervisors take more of active role. They engage in more activities of the company. And now the employees of this company, they apply their leave through employee self-service portal, which is a cloud system. Now the employee can go to the employee self-service portal, click on the leaves whatever they want to apply, and that goes through multiple approval workflow system. Like for example, this company, they had certain leaves to be approved by the immediate manager, and certain other leaves should be approved by the next hierarchy manager. So according to that, we prepared a workflow approval workflow system, so that once an employee applies for leave, an email is triggered to an immediate manager, where the manager logs into the employee self-service, reviews the leave application, checks what is the reason for the leave, checks whether the employee has got sufficient leave in his kitty, and based on that, he actually also checks if any other teammates have applied leave on the same day. So based on that, the manager approves the leave, and even after approval, manager has got the access to view numerous reports of the employee. The manager can view the employee's daily attendance, monthly attendance. Manager can view the leave report, the leave upright report, the leave history of the employee as well. So next what we are going to do here is we're going to discuss some of the functionalities of the payroll, the time and attendance application. So first what we have here is the master configuration. So whenever we have a client with various need for the time and attendance system, what we firstly do is we integrate their existing biometric to our application. After doing the implementation there, we analyze their shift. So we see if the company has got many shift, if they have a trouble in maintaining the shift. So over here we create multiple types of shift. For example, we have a shift concept of periodic shift, wherein the employee works periodically, like he comes in a day shift for a month, and next month he goes to another shift. In the third month he goes to another shift. There is also one more method what we follow is non-periodic shift. So wherein the employee, whenever he comes in, that will be his actual shift, in time and out time. So after which what we have done is we have done the employee scheduling, where each and every employee who come in various timings and they are there with various location, we have created a concept called as location based holiday setup. So this company, they had 4 locations. So what we have actually did is, for these 4 locations, they had various holiday and leave which was pertaining only to these cities. So we created individually location based holiday setup. After which we created the timesheet methodology, wherein the proper in time, the proper out time is being done for each shift. And then the company also wanted shift allowance. So there were certain shift which actually, if an employee comes in that shift, he has to be paid certain allowance. So we created a mechanism wherein whenever this employee who is eligible for a shift allowance comes in a shift wherein he has to pay, that will be automatically done through the system itself. Now another functionality what we wanted to share with you is the flexible time collection option. So being a very big company, let us analyze this company into much broader aspect. One employee groups, like for example the operation group, or the productivity employee group. So this group efficiently, they have to come in a proper in time and out time, and even the overtime should be calculated and it should be paid. Okay, we created a group for this, and each of these groups have got 25 parameters. When I talk about parameters, the parameters is nothing but group wise we will create what is the in time strategy, what is the leave strategy, what is the permission strategy as well. Next is on the reports item. So we give a lot of granular reports, numerous. We have around 42 reports with the automized time and attendance application. So certain reports, if it requires the manager or the employee to view on a daily basis, we enable those reports in the employee self-service, and rest of the reports are enabled for the super user or to the HR administrator. So besides that, this application is also flexible to give you any type of customized report. Last feature is, whatever is your payroll system, this time and attendance application can create an output in such a way that if you are using ADP's application or other payroll application, this will easily facilitate you in such a way it has a proper interface which can be built based on the need. So this payroll interface, what will happen is it will throw you monthly leave report, monthly overtime report, monthly attendance report, shift allowance, attendance allowance, and this can be posted to payroll very easily. So just wanted to take a pause here. Time and attendance. So one of those aspects what is companies, they don't have to get the actual device what is needed. So whatever is the attendant device, the ADP application actually integrates their system to this particular application. These are all some of the factors what our customers have got across their time. So this application can be accessed from anywhere, anytime. Companies with more than 500 employees expect to reduce payroll administration count by at least 1 by using ADP. Companies also expect to save manager an average of 40 minutes per week by using the automation of time and attendance, and payroll error reduces by 90% of this automation. So with this, I conclude the presentation for today's agenda. We have regular webinars coming every month. So for more interesting webinars, you can log into our website, and We'll also have this presentation showcased on the webinars page of ADP, so that if any of your team wants to know, have missed this series, so they can also go check our previous webinars and also the current ones. So with that, I thank all of our audiences for taking time, and I wish them a very happy new year, and thanks for taking time to join. Thank you.